She has been teaching for 6 years and holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Spanish and a Master of Arts in Education degree. McKenna states, when the pandemic hit, I told people with a laugh that I was now a virtual teacher. I had no clue how much was in store for me or how much I would grow professionally and personally when forced into a new sphere, education. Please join me in congratulating Ms. McKenna Cottrell. Representing Bowers Downey Elementary School, Ashley Capps. Principal, Dr. Sherry Robinson. Ashley teaches K-5 in visual arts. She has been teaching for 10 years and holds a bachelor's degree and a master's of education degree. Ashley states, everyone has a story, and my story isn't too different than many of the students I teach. Representing Carroll Oakland Elementary School, Kristen McFarland. Principal, Jason Dunn. Kristen teaches 5th grade math and science. She has been teaching for 5 years and holds a bachelor's degree and is currently working on her master's degree. Kristen states every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be. Quote from Rita Pearson. Congratulations, Kristen. Representing Castle Heights Elementary School, Laura Nicole Brashear. Principal, Nathan Gordon. Laura teaches 3rd grade English language, art, and social studies. She has been teaching for 11 years and holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, a Master's degree in Healthcare Administration, and a Master's degree in Teaching. Laura states, if a student leaves my class at the end of the year with an increase in self-confidence and a love for learning, I feel I have achieved my goal as being a successful teacher for that student. Laura Nicole Brashear. Representing Coles Ferry Elementary School, Lisa Johnson. Principal, Dr. Michelle Lowry. Lisa is the ESL teacher for 1st and 5th grades. She has been teaching for 31 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education and a Master's in Education in Curriculum and Instruction, concentration in English language as a subject. Lisa states, never deprive someone of hope, it might be all they have. A quote from H. Jackson Brown, Jr. Congratulations. Representing LGD Patton Elementary School, Kim Gaines. She's with Principal Dr. Mary Holland. Kim teaches 3rd grade math, science, and social studies. She has been teaching for 17 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree and a Master of Arts in Teaching degree. Kim states, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I will learn. Quote from Benjamin Franklin. Representing Friendship Christian School was Kim Pippin, Principal Veronica Bender. Kim teaches 3rd grade science, social studies, and Bible. She has been teaching 24 years and holds a Bachelor of Science in Education degree and a Master's in Education. Kim states, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them. Representing Lakeville Elementary School is Melanie Stewart, Principal Rachel Cook. Melanie teaches second grade. She has been teaching for 9 years and holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Management and a Bachelor of Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, K through 6th grade. Melanie states the best teachers are those who act as facilitators, those that guide, nourish, and enrich the lives of students. Representing Lakeville Middle School is Christy Sapp, Principal Bethany Wilson. Christy teaches 8th grade Algebra 1. She has been teaching 6 years and holds a bachelor's degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, 4 through 8, and a master's degree in Educational Leadership. Christy states, by fostering a dynamic learning environment that combines rigorous academics with lessons of empathy, resilience, and critical thinking, I aim to empower students to overcome challenges, achieve greatness, and become compassionate contributors in a world in need of positive change. Representing Green Hill High School, Jacob Wheeler, Principal is Kevin Dawson. Jacob teaches 12th grade U.S. and Comparative Government. He has been teaching for 5.5 years and holds a Bachelor of Arts degree, a Master's of Arts degree, and a Master of Education degree. Jacob states, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has, according to Margaret Mead. School was Emily Allison, Principal, Becky Seaman. Emily teaches 4th grade ELA and Social Studies. She has been teaching for 29 years and holds a bachelor's degree. A quote inspired by Dr. Seuss, maybe teaching, she thought, doesn't come from the school. Maybe teaching, perhaps, means a little bit. Representing Lakeview Elementary School is Brittany Cohn, Principal, Dr. Tiffany Brown. Brittany teaches 3rd grade English, Language Arts, and Social Studies. She has been teaching for 18.5 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Elementary Education and a Master of Arts in Educational Leadership. Brittany states, everyone who remembers his own education remembers teachers, not methods and techniques. The teacher is the heart of the educational system. A quote from Sidney. Representing Lebanon High School is Kimberly Atwood, Principal Dr. Scott Walters. Kimberly teaches Biology 1, BioStem 1 through 4, and AP Research. She has been teaching for 15 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree, a Master's of Science degree, and a Master's of Arts in Teaching. Kimberly states, like the American proverb says about education being a gift, I have gifts of knowledge and experience to share with others. They have gifts to share with me as well. I view teaching as a reciprocating opportunity. Representing Mount Juliet Christian Academy is Kelly Roberts, with Associate Superintendent Amanda Van Mactor. Kelly teaches 7th and 8th grade math. She's been teaching for 9 years and holds a bachelor's degree in education and elementary education. And is certified K through 8 in all subjects. She states, like working an intricate puzzle without knowledge of the final product, I humbly ask that the Lord use me in the way He sees fit. Looking back, I have no regrets, Representing Mount Juliet Elementary School is Angel Thomas, Principal, Angela Kincaid. Angel teaches speech grades K through 5. She has been teaching for 14 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree and a Master of Science degree. Angel states, educated the mind, but not educated the heart. There's no education at all. Representing Mount Juliet High School, Samantha Ritchie. Principal is Ryan Hill. Samantha teaches 11th grade AP Seminar and 12th grade AP Research and AP Literature. She has been teaching for 8 years, holds a bachelor's degree in secondary English education and a master's degree in secondary English education. Samantha states, I want to have both academic and personal conversations with the people who will be in my classroom for months to come. I do not believe much learning can happen without the personal relationships as a foundation. Representing Mount Juliet Middle School is Jessica Gray. Principal, Dr. Candace Engel. Jessica teaches 6th grade ELA and Social Studies. She has been teaching for 24 years and holds a bachelor's and master's degree. Jessica states, be the reason people want to be here and not the reason they don't. Representing Rutland Elementary School is Jade Food. Principal is Shauna Davis. Jade teaches 4th grade math and science. She has been teaching for 9 years and holds a bachelor's of science degree and a master's degree in education. Jade states, so much of the work a teacher does is immeasurable. It's during the in-between moments that I experience the greatest reward of teaching, seeing my students believe in themselves. Representing Sam Houston Elementary School is Michelle S. Randolph. Principal is Beth Allison. Michelle teaches K through 5th grade physical education. She has been teaching for 39 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in health and physical education K through 12. Michelle states, I have learned way more from my students in 39 years than they have probably ever learned from me. Representing Southside Elementary School is Jessica Roper. Assistant Principal, Sharita Sims. Jessica teaches 3rd grade math and science. She's been teaching for 8 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in child growth and learning and a Master's of Art in Teaching, Special Education. Jessica states, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will not forget how you made them feel. A quote from Maya Angelou. Representing Springdale Elementary School is Elise Ware, Assistant Principal, Jennifer Yoka. Elise teaches 2nd grade all subjects. She has been teaching for 18 years and holds a bachelor's degree in history with a minor in chemistry and a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. Elise states, I want my students to feel loved and supported every day. I ask myself a question at night, did I try my best? If the answer is yes, Representing Stone Creek Elementary School is Haley Lavender, Principal Amanda Smith. Haley teaches kindergarten. She has been teaching for 6 years. She holds a Bachelor's of Science and Master's of Science degree. One of the colleagues of Haley states her favorite quality about her is that she always goes above and beyond her responsibilities as a teacher to ensure the best experience for every child and family. This world will be a better place with more teachers like Miss Lavender. Representing Tucker's Crossroad Elementary School is Amber Sturgeon Cummings, with Assistant Principal Anna Raines. Amber teaches 7th grade World History and 8th grade U.S. History. She has been teaching for 29 years, and she holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in Government with a lifelong teaching certification. Amber states, "It is in the classroom that I am personally challenged to be the best educator I can be, while encouraging my students to recognize their own potential and realize they can be great history students." Representing W.A. Wright Elementary School is Heather Lounsbury, Principal. Principal is Wilma Hawkins. Heather teaches kindergarten. She has been teaching 30 years and holds a Bachelor's of Art degree in education. Heather states, "Children love in school because it's the place they feel deeply cared for, worthy, successful, and confident is my measure of my own success. My mantra is, every child deserves a happy teacher every day." Representing Walter J. Baird Middle School is Kim Allison, Assistant Principal Tracy Sparkman. Kim teaches 7th grade ELA. She has been teaching 15 years and holds a Bachelor of Science degree and a Master's degree in education. Kim states, from the Chinese proverb, "If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people." Representing Watertown Elementary School is Mindy White, Principal Kathleen Davis. Mindy teaches K through 5th grade intervention. She has been teaching for 19 years. She holds a Bachelor's degree in elementary education K through 8 and a Master's degree in reading specialism. Mindy states, "As teachers, it is our responsibility to teach each and every child that walks through our classroom doors, but first we must love them." Representing Watertown High School is Seth Grandstaff, Principal Darian Brown. Seth teaches 9th through 12th grade agriculture education. He has been teaching for 11 years and holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in animal science and a Master's of Education in instructional leadership and administration. Seth states teaching was adapted to become much more than it used to be. We are no longer teachers, we are mentors, educators, and life coaches, giving students the confidence to take opportunities that lead to more successful lives. Congratulations. Representing Watertown Middle School is Alicia Anderson, Principal Caleb Price. Alicia teaches 6th grade math. She has been teaching 16 years and holds a Bachelor's degree in early childhood education and a Master's degree in curriculum and instruction education. Alicia states, "My goal as a teacher is to be a role model and an example to kids in our community. I will continue to have high expectations for my students with the hopes that will create good habits that will stay with them for years to come. Representing West Elementary School is Madison Lee. Principal, Dr. Alex Juneau. Madison teaches kindergarten and second grade exceptional education. She has been teaching 14 years. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology and a Master of Arts degree in special education. Madison states, "My story is about the chapters. I have been fortunate to play a small part in the chapters of my students' stories that have yet to be written, and for that, I am forever grateful." Representing West Wilson Middle School is Cheryl Scudder, Principal, Josh Johnston. Cheryl teaches 6th through 8th grade media arts and academic success. She has been teaching for 29 years and holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in Education in English and a Master's of Science degree in Education Gifted. She states, "I am proud to be a teacher even when people question my sanity, which I myself have also occasionally done. I believe that teaching is a labor of love. I think one has to believe that in order to have professional longevity and success." Representing Wilson Central High School is Carmen Ionita, Assistant Principal, Jason Franklin. Carmen teaches 9th through 12th grade French. Carmen is also certified in French 7 through 12 and in ESL pre-K through 12. She has been teaching for 21 years and holds a bachelor's degree in Romanian and French languages and a master's of education curriculum and instruction with a minor in ESL. Carmen states, "One requirement that I always state in my syllabus is to have a desire to learn. I believe that nothing can be achieved in life if there is no desire. I like to share my personal anecdotal stories of my struggles and accomplishments as an English language." Congratulations. Representing Wilson County Adult High School is Adam Benek. He could not be here tonight, but I believe Principal Sean Caven will come up to accept us on his behalf. Adam teaches high school seniors. He has been teaching 25 years and holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in early childhood and a Master's degree in educational leadership. Adam states, "Run hard and finish strong," as a principal.
It's quite famous.
Representing Winfrey Brown Middle School was Krista Patton, Principal, Laurie Offa. Krista teaches 6th through 8th grade arts, 6th grade Tier 2 math RTI. Krista has been teaching 19 years and holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in art education and elementary education, Bachelor's of Arts degree in elementary education, and a Master's degree in education administration. Krista states, "I want my students to leave my class feeling seen, cared for, and confident. Just as I want my students to grow, this nomination by my school family has allowed me to gain confidence and grow as a teacher, as I too feel safe." Congratulations. Everyone, one more round of applause for all of our winners here tonight. Now I want to introduce and bring to the podium Dr. Paul Stone, President of Cumberland University, to introduce our keynote speaker.
Well, it's my privilege tonight to welcome our keynote speaker, whom many of you know and probably needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him nevertheless. 46 years ago, in 1978, Danny Hill taught 8th and 9th grade science, economics, history, health, and also coached football and basketball at Mount Juliet Junior High. He did that for 10 years while earning Tennessee's master teacher status. He then spent 4 years at Lebanon High School as an assistant principal before becoming principal at Southside Elementary, where he remained for 20 years. Under his leadership, Southside staff attended the Southern Region Education Board School Improvement Conferences for 7 consecutive years, learning additional best practices each summer. As a result, Southside teachers were thrilled to receive the 2011 SREB National Pace Setter Award in recognition of their dramatically improved school culture. He's the author of 3 successful books, The Power of ICU, Brick House, and Grade Cleanse, with over 60,000 copies in circulation throughout the U.S. and Canada. He's a nationally respected authority on student apathy and school culture. Danny has presented to hundreds of thousands of educators and currently mentors over 200 schools in 38 different states. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Danny Hill.
I wrote on there, and hardest thing is to speak in town where you live. I go to Indian reservations in Montana, all over the country, and I walk in, I can be somebody else, you know. I come here, yeah, a lot of you know me, and you know I'm a knucklehead, and that's fine. I'm just fine with that. But it is hard to speak at home. I want you to know that I started in 1978, and my older brother had just graduated from UT Law School, and he took a job at Muneer Herod Law Firm in Nashville. Now, I had always heard that teachers didn't make as much as lawyers, but I was young, very innocent, did not know that. I just knew I was getting a paycheck, and I was pumped. I'm telling you, I got a full-time job. I'm pumped. My parents were thrilled that I finally made it through college. But, you know, at the end of my first year, I go to my older brother, Terry, and we're real close, and I said, T, how much did you make this year? And he said, $12,000. And I was struggling my stuff. And well, I'm telling you what, man, I'm going, hey, I made $12,000 too. I was all pumped. So I go, there's nothing to this, you know? I'm going to make a really good living here. And after the second year, I said, T, I said, how much did you make? He said, 60. You know what I made? 12-1. I got that step raise, baby, you know. Woo! And after the next year, I asked him one more time. I said, Terry, how much did you make? He said, 90. You know what I made? Come on. 12-2. Everywhere I go, they begin for that one. 12-2. I got the step raise, you know. County Commission, give us that raise, baby. Thank you, Becky. Yeah. Poverty, and then we, you know, qualified for free lunch. That was nice. So I started in 1978, and I was hired to teach science. Now, I was a history major, but I was certified in science. Homer Dean Tomlinson hired me at Mount Juliet Junior High, which was a 7 through 9 school at the time. Anybody remember that? I think we're all dead. 7 through 9. So they hired me to teach science. They gave me a book the day before school started. I was thrilled. But I didn't know much about science. I just got my certification. Right? And they couldn't find a science teacher. So the night before, I opened my science book. I wonder if I know anything about this. I got kids coming along. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I opened the book. Unit 1 was on air. And I was thrilled. I'm like, I could teach air. I could teach air. Yeah, I might spend the whole year on air. Back then, we didn't have pacing guides, you know. We didn't have standards. We did whatever we want. And I go, I might just spend the whole year on air, you know, breathing. Unit 2, guess what? Water. I go, I'm going to Lauderdale during spring break every year. I know about water. It rained, and I'm pumped. I go, half the year on air, half the year on water, right? Had a had a unit on plate tectonics, didn't know how to pronounce it, didn't cover it for 10 years, never mentioned it. That was the olden days, all right? Now, I want you to know that I walked in day one, PD day, which we all love PD, and I was told my schedule, which was fine. Heck, I was thrilled to graduate from college, you know, riding that stuff. Thrilled. I don't know how many colleges I go to. I don't bug me about it all the time. My nephew, yeah, they bug me about it. They ride me about it really hard. I didn't really do really well in college, but I finally got it. Now I walked in the door, and our dean tells me, he says, Danny, we don't have a classroom for you. Now, come on, teachers, come on. Getting a job, getting a classroom is a big deal, isn't it? You go in there and you do it right. You don't have a classroom. I didn't care, Becky. Didn't matter. I was so thrilled. I had a paycheck. I was thrilled. They gave me a cart. Did anybody else in here start with a cart? Anyone else start on a cart? Yeah, they were, oh, yeah. I'm telling you that it wasn't even a chest-high cart, okay? They gave me a cart that was one of those short babies, you know, it was like this big, all right? And I got this red book, and it was on air, and I'm going, oh, I got to teach air day one. I had 40 students, first period, in Miss Herring's room in the English pod. By the way, this is where the old West Wilson used to be. Have we started rebuilding that school yet? I don't know. I quit going by there. You know, I just, oh, what's going on? But I was in that building, and I was in the English pod, and I had my little, and I had to check roll. The main thing was check roll. You got to check roll. I got chewed out for not checking roll. But I want you to go travel with me for just a second. I'm going to move on, I promise you. But I would wheel in there with my little, and I would sit at Miss Herring's desk. She had the way she wanted the kids to sit. Wasn't comfortable for me, right? I checked roll, 40 kids. We had 45-minute periods. I had 15 minutes left after I checked roll. Now I want you to follow me. I had 6 classes, 40 kids in a class, 240 kids. No planning period. We got to eat lunch with our 42. We didn't have free lunch back then. So I sat here and I got everybody seated. We had 22 minutes to eat, and I had to see 40 kids and make sure they weren't disobeying anybody. And so I had like 5 minutes to eat. Now the bell would ring. Follow me from first period, second period, then I'm gonna stop. That's all you need. I'm in the English pod. I'm the last one to leave, right? Teacher should be the last one to leave. Am I correct? Am I right? Letting all my students leave. I think, hey, have a good day, have a good day. Now the hallways were packed with 7th, 8th, 8th, and 9th grade students, right? So I'm pushing my little cart. I'm out of college trying to get a little respect. You know how you want to fit in, right? You want to, hey, I'm a teacher now, I really helped my ego. I'm walking down the hall. I got to go all the way down to the history pod and wheel in there. So I'm the last one to leave first period and the last one to arrive second period. You with me? What do I do when I get to second period? Check roll, and then I got 15 minutes to cover air. Right? Now, you know what's crazy about that? Teachers, you know this. You understand this. I love it. See, there's something wrong with us, isn't there? I mean, really. When I say that, you know what I'm talking about. I loved it. I didn't know any better. I loved it. I never got sick of education. Never. I'm still not sick of it. I never regretted going into education. Never. You know why? Because I viewed every day like I was living in a sitcom. Can I have an amen here? Am I right? Amen. People that are not in our shoes, they don't know this. You're in a sitcom. As long as you view it like, hey, man, you know, my brother's a CPA, he got his house paid off, but I'm living a sitcom. And this is great. This is awesome. Have you ever gone to dinner? Any kindergarten teachers in here? Kindergarten? You're dealing with kindergartners all day. First grade, second grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, freshman. Okay, and you're dealing with them all day, right? All day long. People outside of our profession have no clue what it's like. No clue. Not their fault, but they have no clue. Have you ever gone to dinner? You've been dealing with kindergartners all day, right? And you go out, say, Friday night, and you're with maybe your spouse, and you're with two other couples, and you're sitting around dinner, and they're sharing stories about their job, right? And after a while, you're going, I kind of need to jump in there somewhere. I don't want to be so antisocial. I kind of need to share something here. So you wait, and they're going back and forth, and you're listening, nodding your head, and you go, hey, I think I'll share something that happened today, So you jump in and share one story, and half of them grab their chest, and the other half gasp. They go, whoa! And you go, that was just first period, man. Are you kidding me? That was just first period. Now, if you view every day as a sitcom, and when I speak, I always end with that, because I do think that that's the way to stay fresh. I just do. If you take things in, somebody's mad at you, okay, they're crazy. Oh, you let a crazy person make you cry, right? Right? Come on, you can't, that's crazy. We're crazy. A lot of crazy. Some of them are dressed nice, but once you sit them down in your office, they're nuts. Am I right, Ron? Am I right? More than people realize. And you go, oh my gosh. So don't let these crazies make you cry. No, you're in a sitcom, they're Kramer. That works. It's the only thing that works. 1978, I'm hired there, make 12, 12.1, 12.2. I'm pumping. I'm shooting a lot of that into stocks and bonds. I'm kidding. So and then in 1987, 88, W.A. Rock hired me to come to Lebanon High School as assistant principal. And I was scared, but I wanted to. I really wanted schools to be good. I just wanted schools to be good. I wanted them to be really good. We don't. You don't get in this profession and complain about your salary, right? And I run into teachers, they say, get into it, and then they go, oh, I'm not making any money. I go, well, you're nuts. I don't want you working for me, because if you thought you're going to make any money, something's loose up here anyway, right? Or they start complaining about these kids. What did you think you weren't going to have any pay? What are you doing here? I'm kidding. So whenever I speak, I always share before I leave, because I really love our profession. I want our kids. I got grandkids now. Come on. We need us. Come on. Hold it together, y'all. Hold it together. What you're doing is important. Yes, it's very important. But view every day like it's a sitcom. Really. Because it is. So 1987, W.A. hires me to be his AP up at Lebanon High School. Who was there? Miss Moscardelli, Miss Ashby, you were there. You remember when I started? Who else was there? Anybody else? And I was there Randall, our esteemed mayor, was coaching. I coached against Randall. So I go in and I was really trying to support you all, Miss Ashby. I was trying to support y'all. If you sent somebody to me, I tried to make sure they didn't want to come back in the day, right? Well, W.A. called me in after about 3 months, and he said, he always rubbed his elbow. He said, Judy wants me to thank you. I said, why? Judy wants me to thank you because I don't come home grumpy anymore because you're busting it, Danny, you're busting it. First compliment I ever had. And I'm telling you, I was juiced right there. I'm like, man. Judy said, wife, thank him because he's happier, because all I was doing was, the way I was raised. Smart off window. But at the end of that conversation, he said, Danny, I got one new assignment for you. I need you to go out in that parking lot every morning before school. You know what I'm talking about. I need you before SRO officers Danny, I need you to go out there in the morning before school and catch smokers. I was pumped. I had got my master's in catching smokers. I was finally able to apply all of that stuff that I had learned at the university. Right? Well, then I go to Southside 1991. I've been with high school. I've been with 7 through 9. I go, man, these kindergartners are going to be easy. Oh, man. I'll never forget. We had 110 kindergartners. Maybe the first week of school, kindergarten, second week, coming down the hall, there's 100 kindergartners coming down the hall going to lunch. I thought, well, I want to be a cool principal for these young kids, you know? So I high-fived the first kid. Oh, thank you. See, them high school people, they don't know what happened to my hand was bruised. and there was some foreign wetness on my hand. And I wiped my hand on my khakis, and I had to take the khakis, cut them off, and paint them. Because it's foreign. I called the K1 boys bathroom the wetlands. Am I right? You go in there, there's some wetness that we don't understand. Kindergarten teachers always have to pull their hair back, you know? But there's all this wetness in there, we don't know what it is. It's something that people don't understand. So I high-fived the first kid, now 100. Well, by number 10, the kids are winding up. My hand was bruised right here. It was bruised. I think I went in the bathroom there and just went, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Every day is a sitcom, and I've got 2 stories for you, and then I'm going to close. Each story, Ryan, is going to take about 30 minutes, okay? It's a sitcom, and you have 1,000,000 stories, don't you? You all do. Keep them. Write them down. Jot them down. Give them to me. My daughter, Amy, was teaching at Baird. Where Baird people, you might remember Amy, I don't know, but maybe not. Okay. Amy was teaching 3rd grade. And she's an excellent teacher, by the way. She was going to get married in February. Somewhere, and she was living with us there. Now, our family, and Ryan knows this, our family is all about sitcoms. No matter if you're at school or not, it's just sitcom. Everything is a sitcom, I'm telling you. We name people that look like, I don't know, somebody, you know, I mean, it's just the way we live. Me and my brothers, that's just the way we live. So Amy knew that every day is a sitcom, and every day, you know, she had a good story she would tell us, but this one day, she had decided in October, I'm going to tell my 24 students that I'm getting married in February. Now, just soak that up just a minute. Okay. She came home every day with a story because girls are raising their hand in the middle of a math lesson, right? Yeah, thank you. You see that? Yeah. She thinks she's really got engaged, actively engaged, you know, sequencing or something. And they raise their hand and they say, Miss O'Connor, how you gonna wear your hat? You gonna wear that? You gonna wear that? But she still lives in on it. You know, the other day she comes home, Danny, come on down. I got another story for you. They go to raise your hand, middle of a reading lesson. She goes, when are we going to take a look at that? When are we going to get to see that dress? When are we going to see that dress? It's going to be low cut. No, I don't want low cut. I don't short. They're arguing about all this stuff. Now, the boys hadn't said a word. Right, guys? What? What are y'all talking about? But the girls are all over this wedding thing. She called a meeting one day in January. She said, everybody come down here and gather around the table. She said, today a boy spoke up for the first time. His name is Nick. He never speaks in class. He never says anything. We were in the middle of reading a story, and his hand shot up, and I thought he was so into this story. I called on him, and he said, "Miss O'Connell, do you reckon I could be one of them tall bears?" Gold! That's gold! Right? Outside, you don't know this stuff. It goes on. You gotta take it. If you don't stop and just take it in. Just listen. And I did teach my teachers we're going to breathe that. We're going to enjoy it. There's a good story here. I'm going to tell it all over the school. Good stories all over the place. And my final story is maybe my favorite. I don't know. It all depends. But I was there with these kindergartners for about 3 weeks. Now, kindergarten teachers will tell you that the kindergartners, the first month of school, if they have an older brother or sister, they're kind of cocky with the others because they know more. They're a little more cocky, you know. And so they're looking at and they get a little following. They get these little disciples, you know. And they'll go, down there, that's a boy in the locker room down there. Oh, you kidding? You know that old brother and sister. And they act cocky the first month. Well, Miss Gregory came up to me one day and she said, "Danny, one of my kindergartners, boys, was standing outside the lunch line." Of course, the first month when you have an elementary school, you're trying just to get the kindergartners through the lunch line, right? You can't focus on the standards. We need to tell the state people that, you know. We have to have 1 month to get the kids through the lunch line because they're short. She said, "Danny, there was this boy standing there, and he had his disciples around him because we're waiting to go through the lunch line. And he's pointing out all this stuff." And she said, I was standing next to him just getting a kick out of it. And she said, then he went walking by. And he very, very confidently pointed to you and looked at his disciples. And he said, "And there goes the principal of the United States of America." It's gold, man. It's gold. We don't make any money, but it's a blast. It is simply a blast. We'll get serious for 1 minute, and I have to write this out. The rest of that's easy for me. It's just storytelling. Teachers who got recognized just now, would you stand for just a second? Teachers who just got recognized. Not the principals, just the teachers. Now, those of you who are not in education, I want to tell you what these people do that makes them special. It does not show up in the data. It does not show up on the test scores. Principals, you nod your head, and they superintendent, you agree? What they do on a daily basis, they soak their students in whatever extra time and help they need. That makes you special. They never, ever say to any of their students, "I've tried everything with you." Because that's hopelessness. And they don't do that. On a daily basis, non-educators, let me tell you what these people do. They breathe hope into these children. On a daily basis, 180 days, they're breathing hope into our young kids. Soak them in extra time. And the most important thing is every student that comes into your classroom, they know for sure that you're pulling for them to be successful. All the time, every day, even if they mess up. And the coolest thing that you all do is with the kids that struggle or get in trouble, you give them the very next day a fresh start. Amen? Give them another round of applause, please. Bob, where are you, Bob? Bob.
I got one nice thing to say about you. WP, stand up just a second, okay? We got WP talk. Hey, slap him upside the head. Okay, WP and Bob, on behalf of all of us here, we want to thank you for not serving pizza and corn.
Thank you, Kevin. That's called a steak. Okay, what we just had was a steak. Okay, it's a real piece of meat. Except for the government, along with the cheese. One thing nice about it, I want to tell you for sure, that Bob McDonald and W.E. Baird, they do for sure. I've known them a long time, and I told them just don't even do this if you're not going to do it right. And they've done it right for years. And they put money where their mouth is. But they really, really want to breathe hope into you. And they really, really, really are pulling for you every single day. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Danny, that was fantastic. One more round of applause for Danny. All right, at this point in time, Dr. Stone's back with me, and he is here to present the Wilson County Teacher of the Year, 2023-2024. Dr. Stone.
Thank you, Robert. And Danny, thank you. I think it's very evident that you have a lot of passion around this vocation, and I'm certain you were a great teacher and a great leader. I only wish that I could also now hear your lecture on air and water. It is, in fact, my privilege to now announce the single winner for Wilson County Teacher of the Year. All of you who were recognized earlier, all 33 of you are outstanding teachers. And we are blessed every year to recognize a number of outstanding teachers. Tonight is certainly no exception. But I do now get to share with you the one who was selected as the top Teacher of the Year for Wilson County 23-24. Some brief excerpts from the applicant's packet include, first, from a colleague, quote, I've known this teacher as a friend and a colleague since 2018. When my youngest daughter was entering her grade, I knew that I wanted her in this teacher's class. She's a teacher whom I aspire to be like. There are so many teachers that love and care for their students, but no one has the heart for their kids like she does. She teaches with kindness, compassion, empathy, and has a desire to inspire her students to try their very best, both inside and outside of the classroom. She is the teacher that always goes the extra mile without ever wanting any acknowledgement. Second, from her principal, quote, this teacher creates a positive, engaging, learning environment that encourages and fosters student growth and achievement. She always looks for ways to support every student in her classroom. If you want to see students excited to learn, visit her classroom. If you want to see students work through a productive struggle, visit her classroom. From a former student, quote, this teacher was always a person you can count on with anything you need. When you need someone to talk to, someone to help, or literally anything, she's the person I could go to. She's been my inspiration in so many ways. I'm so thankful that I got to call her my teacher and my coach. And from the winner herself, quote, I didn't grow up dreaming of becoming a teacher. I didn't spend my recess or my free time at home playing school with my friends. I didn't choose teaching. It chose me. My second year of teaching, I started a new tradition that absolutely changed everything for me. I started parent homework. Crazy, right? At the beginning of the school year, I sent a letter home to each parent or guardian, asking them to do a little homework. I asked them to tell me about their student, their strengths, their weaknesses, their hobbies, and I asked the parents to tell me about their expectations of their child, of the school, and of me as their teacher. I believe that education chose me for a reason, and and that all of the students who passed through my classroom or have stepped onto my field for me to coach have been why I was chosen. I might not have chosen education to start with, but I sure do now. A few select biographical facts about this year's winner. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Child Growth and Learning here at Cumberland University. She earned an MA in Teaching and Special Education, also at Cumberland University. She's taught full-time and served as the head softball coach for the past 8 years. Please join me in congratulating the 2024 Wilson County Teacher of the Year from Southside Elementary School, Miss Jessica Roden.
Thank you guys so much. I did not prepare at all. I did not think I would get it. I feel very grateful and honored. I mean, truly, I went to school in college mostly to play softball. That was my dream. And I was a biology major to start. I wanted to be a zookeeper. And now I teach 3rd grade, so you know, not much different. Honestly, I've had some amazing teachers that have influenced me so much just as a kid, and then through the tough moments in life. And honestly, without Cumberland University, I played softball here, and that brought me from California out to here. And they were the ones that were like, hey, do you want to be an education major? And I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not? I wouldn't be where I'm at without Coach Stanfield that was here, and Coach Goody that's here now. But then once I got into the classroom, you know, my mentor teachers, and I student taught at Southside, and I loved it so much that I really, really wanted to stay there, and I've been there since. And I've worked with some amazing people, and I'm so grateful, and the students that I get to be around make me a better person each and every day. But just thank you all so much. I mean, looking around, there's some amazing educators in here, and I feel very lucky and blessed. So thank you guys.